I'll show you how to do a double exposure in Pixlr. Before we get this started, I need you to download the pictures that are in the assignment in Google Classroom. There's one that says female model profile. That one needs to be downloaded, and then the ocean one need to be downloaded. They need to be downloaded so that you can do this. You can't copy and paste them. You can't find them in any other way. You need to actually download them to your computer. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to pixlr.com right here and then click on Pixlr E. Don't click on X, E. And I'm going to click Create New. Actually, I'm going to go click Open Image. And I'm going to open this one. So this is the base image that we're going to use. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it look like there's like an ocean on her head. That's how we're going to do this. So we are going to use this, and then we're also going to go down here in the layers, plus, and then the image. And you're going to choose the waves, one waves. And you're going to now resize it. So you see this big blue square. You're going to resize it by clicking on these corner boxes and making it till it's as big as. So it's going to look like this. So it's still going to be some blue box on the outside. That is fine. We want it to take up the whole square, and you'll see why. So we have the background image, this wave image. Over here next to the waves is this three little dots. You're going to click there. And you're going to make it transparent like to 25. It's okay if it's at like 30 or 20. You want to be able to see some of the wave, but not a ton of it. So while you're still clicked on the wave image, you're now going to come over here and click on this scissor. What this does is we talked about the mask with the putting the pictures into the words. This allows you to create a mask without using words. So it's kind of like a freehand mask. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the lasso mask. You're going to feather it at about 45 to 50%. And you're going to like start tracing out her head. And you're going to notice that I'm just going to every once in a while kind of jump away from it and go and just kind of zoom out like that. And I'm doing that because it's really tiresome to keep your finger on the trace. So just kind of let go every once in a while. And you're going to come back in. And you're just going to trace around her skin, kind of leaving her hair out here. And so you're going to notice there's a bunch of stuff out here. So I'm just going to come around and cut all that out. So all you really want is her head. You don't want, oops. So my mouse does this thing of jumping around, and so it moved, and I need to do that again. Did it again. That's why it's smart to just kind of come in and do small sections. Because then if your mouse does what my mouse likes to do, which is kind of jump around a little bit. Okay, so now you're going to see that all you can see is the wave inside of her head. But right now it doesn't have a ton of it just looks like a cutout wave on her head. I'm going to go in there and fix this part right here. And so it doesn't have a lot of interest to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually come in here, click on this. We're going to make the transparency 100. Change the blend mode to multiply. So that's starting to look kind of cool, but we can do more with it. So we're now going to duplicate this layer. And we're actually going to then change the next layer to screen. So the first layer is multiply, the second layer is screen. So now it looks like it's just like really, really dark. Like now we can't even see her face at all. Well, now we can actually go click on this draw mask. And I'm going to change this brush to pretty, kind of to like almost 100. And the softness is going to be at like around 50. The opacity is also going to be at around 50. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start to trace around her head, the whole thing. And I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to go in just a little bit. And I'm just going to continue to trace this around. And you can start to see now that it like starts to kind of create this like I'm going to take out her eye a little bit more, take out her ear a little bit more, so that you can see these kind of human features here. Take it out a little bit more over here, so that it really is just kind of bright in here, and it just kind of, we're gonna do one more loop around. So now you can kind of see that it we have this picture that looks to be going over her head, and so it's like this wave has kind of crashing into her head. If you want to, you can actually click on this add to mask, and you can come in and start to do things on the very edge here, so it starts to look like the wave is kind of coming out and coming into her head. So just kind of, you can play around with these blend masks, blend modes all you want a little bit until you get it to look the way that you want it to look. So it's really that simple. Watch the video as many times as you want before you get started. Make sure you download these pictures, and this is what you should turn in at the end of today.